Hi, first, Heather and I would like to thank the Gallatin County Republican Women for giving us this opportunity to speak to you. I'm Troy Downing, running for the Montana State Auditor. This is my bride, Heather, and we're happy to be here. So, first of all, the Auditor's Office is the Commissioner of Insurance, it's the Commissioner of Securities, and it's a very important land board seat. Now, securities and insurance are very complicated and highly regulated industries. I think it's important that whoever sits in that office has experience in both of those, so it's not just a learning experience. And I have experience in the securities industry. I have built, sold, and managed securities. My business has been licensed under FINRA. I've been licensed under FINRA. So I understand how that agency works. And in the insurance industry, I have, from the ground up, built a nationwide insurance company. And we're across the nation. Right now, we insure one of the largest storage real estate investment trusts in the world. We've had success there. So I have success in both of those, but this is not a family business. This is not something that I was hired on to do. This is something that I've actually created. I have practical experience in the insurance industry. Now the next part is that land board seat. A lot of people don't understand exactly what the land board does. Very specifically, it raises money from our state trust lands to fund our education system. And what does that mean? That affects everybody in the state of Montana, if not directly, then definitely indirectly. It is supporting the backbone of our economy. It's supporting our ranchers with grazing leases, our farmers, our loggers in the timber industry, mineral extraction, our miners. It affects all this industry that is the backbone of the Montana economy, and it's putting money into our public education system. Now, I take a chapter out of the BLM Act of the ideas of multiple use and sustained yield. Multiple use means multiple use. Let's decide what we need to preserve, what's important to protect. Let's decide where it makes sense to graze, where it makes sense to do all the things that we do with our state trust lands and support those industries that depend on it. Then the second part, sustained yield, means let's do it in a way that we can do it forever. Let's be true stewards of those lands, and that's important to me as well. And this covers so many things on the multiple use side, not just sporting industry, but we also care about sportsmen's access, about recreational access, about public access to our lands. And let's continue protecting that because that hits every one of us in the heart. It's tremendously important. Now, what I see in this agency, or what I want to accomplish here, is first and foremost, it's a consumer protection agency. You got to watch out for Montana consumers and make sure that we're protecting them from bad actors who would mislead or defraud. And having background in those industries, I've seen how bad actors can mislead and defraud, and so I think it's important that you know where to look to truly protect Montanans. Now, the next part, as you see in most government-regulated agencies, you see this regulatory bloat. And this bloat starts to affect businesses and their ability to efficiently operate. And there's so many regulations that you can start looking at where paper is being generated, time and energy is being taken out of a company, and it's not protecting the consumer. So what I want to see is streamlining that regulatory environment so that we make it business friendly. And that's helping the consumers as well. If we make Montana more business friendly, more companies will do business in Montana. There will be competition. You'll have more choices for the consumer, and competition will drive prices down. So I want to see that. Let's just get the regulators off the backs of businesses that are just trying to succeed and grow, but make sure that we're focusing on protecting the consumer. Now, in this race, I'm the only one that's run any kind of large organization, and this is a large agency. I think it's important that you put somebody in this seat that understands how to get things done with large numbers of people working for you. And as far as I know, I'm the only one in my business background. The other thing is, I think you need to have somebody that understands these industries, but is not beholden to it, because you are regulating and you have to protect the consumer, and that's tremendously important. So I want you to look at the resumes of everybody that's running in this race. I don't care, Libertarian, Republican, Democrat, look at them all and see who you believe really understands the role of that regulatory office, how we can make Montana more business friendly, how we can protect the consumer, how we can protect and be true stewards of our state trust lands so that we raise money for public education. If you want more information, look for me at troydowning.com. This is a dialogue. I want to hear from you. I want to hear what your concerns are, your questions are, and let's continue to work together to make things better. So troydowning.com or on Facebook at troydowning MT. And thank you for listening.